As we come on down onto our mat, again, that supported bridge pose, whether you're using a bolster or blocks, lifting the hips, coming into a little bit of an inversion for the first few minutes of our practice. Feet hip distance apart. Your prop, whatever you're using to elevate the hips, rest gently on that shelf, that sacrum. So it's not in the low back, it's not on the fleshy part of the hips. It's just resting fully supported, hip bone to hip bone, either on your block, your bolster, or a rolled up blanket. Taking in a nice full deep breath, fill the belly, and take a moment to just sigh that breath right out of the mouth. Let everything go. As you land here on your mat, land here with your breath. Again, another cleansing breath in through the nose and exhaling fully out of the mouth. And let's just do one more together. Inhale fully. Feel the breath move through the body. And exhale out of the mouth. Just coming back to your own natural rhythm of breath, maybe resting the hands lightly on the body, the back of the arms resting lightly on your mat. See if you can draw the shoulder blades together underneath you to just allow those shoulder heads to release down to the mat. A slight tuck of the chin in towards the chest will give you a little bit more room into the back of the neck, a little bit more length. And just take that body scan to see how you're arriving today. It's our new moon. The new moon asks a lot of us, actually, to just kind of go inward, to center the start of the lunar cycle. So as we center and go inward, we just ask ourselves what we need out of this cycle, what we want to bring in, whatever that is to us, what we need to do to attain it. So take a couple deep breaths. As I said before we went live, our physical practice today is going to include eagle pose because of all the poses we have in our yoga toolbox. Eagle pose is really one that brings us inward and centered into the center line. So physically using our eagle pose and mentally, spiritually, just asking ourselves during this cycle of the moon, what is it that I need to bring in? And that you're ready to receive it. And that you're ready to do the work to nurture it. 2 more breaths. Now, if you need to make any adjustments in the height of your bolster or your blocks, please do so now. Good. Blinking the eyes open, let's draw both knees into the chest here. So the hips are elevated, and as you hug those knees in towards the chest, you'll begin to feel a nice gentle stretch in the low back. Some compression in the front body, so the breath becomes a little more constricted. Again, notice where the constriction lies. Taking in one more breath. Inhale, extend both legs up to the ceiling, nice and slow. So we're going to flex through the feet, just like we can stamp those feet right onto the ceiling. Feet are hip distance apart. Let's go ahead, spread those toes wide. and then draw them in and make a fifth. So you're creating all the space in the top of the foot. And we're going to spread those toes again and then draw them in. Take a couple more rounds. And then pause that motion and let's really flex the feet. So here, the heels go high towards the ceiling. The toes still flared, point down towards the face. And we begin to feel the energy down the back of the legs, starting to ignite the calves, the back of the ankles. Maybe you even feel it down into the hamstrings. Take a point, this time reversing that. So now, like you could touch the big toes to the ceiling, again, bringing in length in the front of the ankles, the top of the foot, igniting all of the muscles along the shin, the knees, and the quads. And just roll through that, flexing and pointing, flexing and pointing, flex and point. Notice your breath. Notice the softness in the body here. And then just roll through the ankles. We'll do them both together. One can go in one direction, one the other. Just switch it out. Again, even here in Florida, we're cold and we're on the ground, so give yourself some grace. We don't want any cold muscles here without a nice warm up. Now, pausing that action, let's take our arms out to a T and the palms down. So again, squeezing the shoulder blades together, making sure that the chin is tucked in. Take a point to those feet and drop the legs out, right and left, coming into a nice wide V shape, pausing where you can feel the inner thighs begin to engage. Then take those feet, flex them, heels going off on a diagonal, keep the toes again engaged, and slowly draw those legs back together at center. Big inhale, points, and the legs fall right to left. Flex the feet, draw the knees, ankles, and feet back up. So again, working with your breath, each movement going down and up is a breath. And as you slowly begin to coax the inner thighs, know that you are also working through the glutes and the outer hips. And the next time you're in that nice wide V, again, flex, send those heels away. Just pause here. Use your breath to soften where it feels a little tight. And we're going to take that spin, those half circles. So the right leg is going to go towards the bottom of your mat as the left leg swings up overhead towards the top of your mat. Stop at the halfway point. Then circle back out to the side and take it the opposite way. This time, right leg comes overhead, left towards the end of the mat. Nice smooth breath, nice smooth movement. Half circles. And we'll begin to wind that down now. Again, coming back to that big wide V. Take a bend into the knees. Draw the knees together back into the chest. Give yourself that squeeze, that rounding in the low back. Keeping the right knee in, let's put the left foot right on the mat in that half bridge position. Squeeze the right knee into the chest, maybe even interlace around the back of the hamstring. Soften again through the shoulders and the face, and slowly extend the leg up towards the ceiling. We take that nice deep breath here. Relax where you can relax. Leg doesn't have to come all the way straight. Flex into that foot. And maybe as you begin to relax, you can draw that thigh in closer to the belly, maybe even walking the hands up towards the calf, towards the ankle. Giving the body a chance here again to adjust to this stretch. And we'll move into that half happy baby. So we're just going to bend into the right knee, draw it to the outer ribs on the right side. You can keep the hands right there at the ankle. You can reach for the blade edge of the foot, or you can just take that forearm around the back of the knee crease and use the forearm to bring that knee down. Wherever you are here, just feel into where you feel the stretch. Look at that left knee. It's not flopped open. It's still pointing right up to the ceiling. And deepen the breath if you want just a little bit more. Begin to slide the left leg towards the back of your mat. Doesn't have to come straight. We're just beginning to coax open the hip flexor on the left side. So just breathe into that. Sliding the left foot back into place, draw that right ankle across the body, let it rest on the left thigh, coming into that figure four. So again, we're elevated here, a little bit of a different stretch. Squeeze those shoulder blades back together, readjust again the neck, and then let the right knee just fall out to the right. Noticing how that feels around the entire right hip. Upper body is in that nice inversion, so totally relaxed. Drawing in one more breath, release that ankle, draw the right knee in, draw the left knee in, squeeze in. We'll take it to the opposite side, so just hugging in that left knee to the outside of the left ribs, planting the right foot on the mat. Again, coming into that kind of bridge position where the knees are sliding back towards the back of your mat here. So there's a lot of length in that quad. Hug the left knee in. Big breath, maybe interlace around that left thigh, and slowly take that left leg up towards the ceiling. As you begin to relax a little bit more, using the breath to tell the body it's perfectly safe. Maybe we can draw the thigh in just a little closer to the body. Maybe we can allow those hands to walk up to the calf. Maybe the ankle. And just settling here as we draw that leg in. Foot is flexed. We'll bend into that left knee now. Draw it down beside the body and find your half happy baby here on this side. Again, different side parts of the body. So you use the forearm to draw the knee down, hold on to the ankle or the calf, or maybe reach for the foot, draw that knee down, pressing the foot into the hand, watching that the right knee isn't sickling out to the side here. And if you wish, just for a moment to check out the hip flexor on the right side, just begin to slide that right leg towards the bottom of your mat. Again, you're elevated, so it doesn't have to even touch the floor. It can be lifted off the floor. Just come to the sensation right there in the psoas, not too far. And then we'll slide that right foot back into its bridge position. Take the left ankle across the body. Left foot is flexed. Good. Let that left knee just again press away from the body so that you begin to feel the stretch wrap around the outer inner left hip joint. And enjoy 3 nice full breaths here. Preparing to release the left ankle now. Just lift it off. Left knee comes back into the chest. Right knee joins. Good. Both legs extend back up. Heels pressing up. Toes flared, pressing down. And then hands right behind now. Both of the thighs. Draw both legs in so the feet come more overhead. And notice where you feel this stretch, for sure in the hamstrings, but maybe even in the muscles that join the low back and the hips. Good, and we'll release the hands. You can hold on to the edge of your mat. You can extend the arms out to the side like a T. We're going to take both legs now nice and slow. We're elevated, so you're not going to take this in the low back. Just bring both feet. We're going to bring the heels towards the mat. Again, the engagement of the quads as you're halfway down there. Keep pressing the heels away. And then dropping the heels towards the mat. Pressing down through the heels, slide them away. Getting that nice stretch now through the whole front of the pelvis, psoas, quads. Take those arms overhead. Enjoy a full body stretch here. And then release the hands beside the body and draw the knees in back into that bridge position. Good. Pressing into the feet equally using the back of the arms. Take the inhale, lift the hips up off of whatever prop you're using underneath it. And just slide that prop off to the side. Beautiful. Bringing the spine back down to the support of your mat. Take a moment when you arrive. Walking heel toe, the feet to the edge of the mat. Let's take a couple windshield wipers here, right and left. Just again to bring some mobility into the spine, kind of rinsing out that movement. And Annie wasn't on when I said we're going to work into some eagle postures. So her first day back in quite a while, she's going to look forward to Eagle Crunch. But before we do Eagle Crunch, walk your feet back in. Again, hip distance apart, knees are bent. Reach for a block. We're going to open up the side obliques. This is the one I tell you to use some caution on here. So we're going to do the obliques first, and then we'll do our Eagle Crunch. If you want to put pillows on the outside of your thighs so that as we roll the knees from one side to the other, it kind of gives you a buffer that you will not go down that far, but we want it. Scoop in the belly, small tuck into the pelvic bowl, bring the knees to a 90 degree, and then take that block and just bring it right between the knees. So again, your choice, you can hold on to the side of your mat. Good. Now here, we're going to keep the knees pressing in on the block, taking a nice full breath, relax the whole upper body, starting with the right side. First, the breath. In breath, exhale slow, press the block, knees fall to the right. Slow and controlled. Inhale takes it back to center, nice. Finish the inhale, pause, flatten out the low back. Exhale the breath as you take it to the left. Any amount, just beginning to open up through the obliques. There's 4 muscles in the obliques. You want to be very careful of the little QL muscle that we just don't take it too far. Keep squeezing the block and rolling from one hip across the low back to the other. Always inhaling back to center and exhaling to the side. We take one more sweep each side. And then we'll all meet back at center. Again, adjust your block if you need to. This time, as the knees go to the right, we're going to hold. So big inhale first, draw the belly in. Exhale the breath, knees to the right. Shoulders are nice and relaxed on your mat. Your gaze is up towards the ceiling. So as you're on your right, hold and hover here. If you want to add on just a little bit, you can extend the legs off on a diagonal, squeezing that block. Rebend into the knees. Nice big inhale takes you back to center. Level out the low back, and then take it over to the left. So any amount that you can sustain holding here, squeezing the block without the shoulders or tension in the face. Squeeze the block if you want to add on and extend those legs off to the side. Rebend and take it back to center. We're going to take 3 sides now, 3 rounds on each side. Keep your knees bent, feet flexed, big breath in, belly in. Drop it right. Extend the legs if it's there for you. And bring it back to center. Exhale all the air as you take it left. Extend if you did so on the other side, legs nice and straight. Rebend into center. 2 more on your own now. Any way you want to do them. And as you finish up that last one and return to center, just pause again. Take that block out, knees to chest, hands lightly on top of the knees. Take the knees out, just like what we did with our legs, wide V. Take the knees right and left, making that V shape. Press the knees towards the back of your mat. Draw the knees together and into the chest. So that's the slow version of a nice back massage, as well as an opening through the hips. Take it the opposite way. And our favorite now, dropping the feet down, eagle crunch. So we'll start picking up the right knee, crossing it over the left knee. You can stay just like this, hugging the thighs together, or you can pick up the feet, maybe rebind at the ankles. Again, whatever is comfortable in your body this morning, just set the toes back down on the mat as you extend the arms nice and wide. Pick up the arms. The right arm will come underneath the left. Bind, hold on to your forearms, hold on to your shoulders. Coming into your eagle arm version. And then let the fingers drop over the head to the top of your mat. So taking in a nice full breath, scooping in the belly here. The elbows and the knees will meet at center. So big breath in. On the exhale, pick everything up. Elbows and knees. Exhale slowly. Everything comes back to the mat. Nice and slow. 4 more. Inhale. Everything up. And exhale, releasing down. Take the next 3 yourself. As you come into your third one and you lift those shoulder blades off of the mat, squeeze in its center, hold and hover here. Again, check out your breath. Nice, fluid, even breath. One more. Beautiful. Exhale everything, bring everything down to the mat, unravel. Again, windshield wiper, make any movement here to release and let that go. And you do one side, you certainly have to do the other, right? Good, coming back, plant the feet. This time, lift the left knee, cross it over the right. Again, find that bind, however is comfortable in your body, and return the feet back to the mat. This time, left arm is going to come underneath the right. Take the eagle arms and fingertips to the mat above you. Working with the breath now, scoop the belly in. Big inhale, we lift everything up. Find your center, draw inward. Exhale, release, and lower down. 4 more. Big inhale, scoop the belly in to support the spine. Draw everything in and up. Exhale and lower. 2 more on your own. Returning everything to the mat. Unravel. Again, whatever movement feels good. Take a full body stretch. Windshield wiper. Next time the knees are over to one side, just give the body a roll over there to make your way to a comfortable seat. Again, I encourage everybody to sit up on a blanket or a bolster or a block. Let's bring the right shin in front. And again, I'm sitting on my blanket, on the edge of my blanket, so it slides my tailbone down, allowing my legs a little more freedom to come closer to the mat, but it also takes the pressure, hi Lisa, out of my low back. So sitting up nice and straight here, hands resting lightly on the thighs. This time let's flip the palms. Here again, if you close down the eyes, soften the breath. Palms up to receive. Good, and blinking the eyes open. Roll the shoulder up to the ears. Squeeze the shoulder blades back behind you. Keep the shoulder blades squeezed in, chest lifts. Good, chin right now is parallel to the floor or your mat. We're just going to roll through the neck. So taking a nice breath in, draw the belly in, pull up the pelvic floor, right ear, right shoulder. Pausing there. Chin rolls toward the right shoulder. Notice where the stretch moved. Find the deep breath. And as you exhale the breath, circle that chin down towards the chest, again tucking it into the throat, not dropping the head down. The neck, spine remains nice and long. Draw in a nice full deep breath. And on the exhale, just roll left ear, left shoulder. Keep the shoulder tops down. Chin rolls to the left shoulder. Stretch moves around the neck. And when you're ready for that exhale, just let the chin drop. Head heavy. And we'll take it one more time each side. So roll right ear, right shoulder. The chin to the right shoulder. Chin to the chest. left ear, left shoulder, chin, left shoulder. Bring the head back to center. Inhale, hands come beside the body. Take that big breath in, extend the arms out to the side and up. As you arrive here, find the length here, all the way through the side body, and then slowly lower down. We'll take 2 more, working into the shoulders here, lifting up, finding length. Exhale, palms face down, and bring it down. Last one, lift it up. And as you lift it up, stay here now, make a little bit of movement through the side body. We're going to find a little bit of a spinal twist. So the left hand's going to come towards that right knee, right thigh. Right hand's going to swing around behind you, either to the block or tented fingers. Before you twist, get nice and tall and gaze over towards that left side. A little bit of a counter twist here. And then the head comes back to center and take the twist over to the right side. Gaze only to the right to use your eye muscles here to see how far back you can see, and let that back shoulder tip fall away. Keep the left hand right where it is for some support. Take that right arm up to the ceiling. Get nice and long. And then we're going to take that side stretch. So flip the pinky around and take the arm over to the left. Elbow is back, chest remains lifted. If you need to adjust that bottom hand, either hold onto the shin or just slide it up closer to the hip crease. See if you can deepen the stretch with the breath. One more big inhale together. And on the exhale, right hand is going to find that left thigh as you crisscross here at the center of your chest. Just drop the chin in, find length in the back of the neck. Moving into eagle arms once again. Now pick up the hands, keep the crisscross, lift them up. Either take the bind, hold on to forearms, or reach, hug the shoulders in. Wherever you are, lift those elbows so that they're at least even with the shoulders, and send the hands away. Hug in the belly, inhale. We're going to take a small rotation here. So the arms, the elbows are going to swing over to the right, and you're going to gaze to the left. Inhale back to center. Elbows go left as you gaze to the right. One more time each side. Good. Inhale. Let's take those hands, reach them as far up as you can to the ceiling, working into like a cat-cow movement here. And on the exhale, bring those elbows in close to the ribs, the hands down towards the mat, tuck the chin, and begin to round through the spine. Beginning to open up the back of those shoulder blades here. Take a big inhale, spread the back body, and then bring the hands right back up towards the ceiling. Good. Arching through the spine. And with your breath now, exhale all the air. Draw everything down inward. And inhale back. And one more. Taking it all the way back up, stretch. And then bring the elbows back shoulder height, unravel, take a nice cactus, open up the chest, drop the finger pads behind you, press into your fingers so you can lift the chest, getting a deeper back bend, a bigger chest opening, and open up the throat as that head rests back, supported in the trapezius. Full breath. And then slowly make your way back to center and change the crossing of your legs. So this time, left shin in front. Restacking through the spine, taking those shoulder tips up to the ears, rolling the shoulders back, squeezing the shoulder blades together. Beautiful. Finger pads next to the hips, sitting nice and tall, full breath. Draw the arms up. On the exhale, flip the palms nice and slow. Bring the finger pads down. 2 more now. Fluid, smooth, and easy. On your last one, we're going to leave hands up, finding that length in the side body, maybe taking a little bit of movement. And coming into our spinal twist here. This time, right hand is going to fall over towards the left knee. Left hand's going to come behind you, tented fingers before you twist. Press into the fingers, get nice and long, and take the counter gaze over the right shoulder this time. Off to the right. And draw back through center and twist to the left. Drop that back shoulder down. Again, so we don't crank through the neck and the spine. Just have a nice gentle hold of the left thigh just to keep the spine nice and elongated, and use your eye muscles here to gaze behind you so that you're not cranking through the neck. Next inhale, bring the head back to center. Keep the right hand exactly where it is. Let's lift the left arm. Find length as it reaches for the ceiling. Flip the pinky down towards the right, and then take a nice side bend here, really stretching open what we were working in the oblique muscle. This should feel good. Use your breath. Gaze can be down towards your right thigh, or it can be up to see that that left elbow hasn't collapsed in. Left elbow is back. Breath is flowing. One more breath. Good. Left arm re-extends up and is going to come over towards that right knee or thigh. So again, the elbows are crisscrossed here. Sit up nice and tall. Drop the chin. Find length in the back of the neck. We'll find eagle arms on this side. So picking up the hands off of the knees. Again, keep the crisscross. Find your eagle here. Once you arrive, let's lift the elbows. Send the fists away from the body. Draw the belly in with the in-breath. And on the exhale, let's just rotate towards the side. Keep the elbows up. Gaze over towards the opposite side. Bring it all back through center. Elbows to the left, gaze to the right. Back to center, and we'll do one more each side. Returning to center. That cat-cow movement with eagle arms. Again, let's take the fingertips up towards the ceiling. Good, so finding some space here now in the back of the shoulders. Exhale all the air out as you curl in and round, tucking in the chin. Hands come down towards the mat, elbows towards the ribs. Separating again, finding space all in between the shoulder blades. The back of the shoulder joint. Inhale fully, lift the arms. Arch through the spine. Last time, bring it down. Let's curl it in. Big inhale sends it back up. And then we bring the elbows back even with the shoulders. Unwind here. Finger pads come behind. Press back behind you. Lift the chest, arch the spine, let the head fall, open up the throat and the chest. Getting a nice external rotation here through the shoulders, counter stretch. Beautiful. And then bring it right back up. Roll over the knees, nice and slow. Pad up your mat with your blanket if you have sensitive knees, and we'll meet you in tabletop. So again, in your table, scooping in the belly, nice long spine, pressing into those palms. Fingers are wide, gaze is straight down, press into the palms. So again, finding some space in that shoulder blade area. Good. Keep the toes tucked under here. And we'll just flow through some spinal extension and flexion. So big inhale. We're just going to let that belly drop, lift the chest. Gaze towards the top of your mat as the tailbone rises as well. Slowly exhale the air out as you begin tucking in the tailbone, rounding through the spine, tucking in the chin. Move with your breath here, inhaling and exhaling. Inhale and exhale. Two more. Nice and clean. Returning to that neutral tabletop, keep the hips right over the knees. Begin walking the hands towards the top of your mat. You can spread those hands to the corners of your mat if that makes a little more room in your shoulders as you bring the chest down towards the mat, the head towards the mat. The head can actually rest on a block. Good. Continue reaching those fingers forward. Really hug in the belly. Keep the hips back. Then settle that chest. Feeling again some length in that soft tissue under the arms. Big breath in and out. Walk the hands back underneath the shoulders. Press your way up. Toes are tucked. Set the hips back towards the heels as you walk the hands towards the knee. Option is just to stay right here, taking some of the body weight out of the stretch of the toes and the arch. Good. So settle here, feel into the feet, feel into the toe joints, and then you decide, do you walk your hands to the thighs to bring a little bit more weight? Taking in the breath, settling in the body, sitting up maybe a little bit taller. And bring the hands to prayer. Further away from the heart, and we're just going to roll through the wrist here. So really press into the finger pads. Take that prayer towards the top of your mat. Down, back of the hands come together, and then we return to prayer. So let's just roll through the wrist. And the opposite way. Good. Hands shake out. Come down to the mat. Untuck the toes nice and easy. Just kind of press into the tops of the feet here, just to take that little counter stretch. And then retuck the toes. Bring the hands right outside the knees. We're going to press into the hands. Lift the hips. Find a forward fold at the back of your mat. Making sure to remove any props here. Let the feet be at least hip distance apart. Good. A small bend into the knees. Let the head just fall. Maybe shake out the neck. You can cup the elbows just to bring a little more weight into the traction of the spine here. Maybe allowing for a sway one side and the other. And then we'll replant the hands onto the mat. Press into those fingertips, get the spine nice and long. So the tailbone goes back, the chest lifts, the halfway lift at the back of the mat. And then walk the hands forward. We're just going to be in down dog for just a couple breaths. So set yourself up. Feet can be as wide, knees can be bent. So press into your palms, like you could slide your palms to the top of the mat. Find the length first from the tailbone, down the spine, through the shoulders, all the way to the fingertips. Taking a breath and drawing your belly. Are you holding up your head? Let it relax. Pedal the feet. So again, coming back to the calves, the ankle, and the hamstrings. Press one heel down towards the mat and then the other. And then we'll pause that, come up high on the balls of the feet. Bend the knees and look towards your thumbs, and you can step, jump, or hop to the top of the mat now. Coming into a forward fold here. Finding a half lift here. And a fold. And then press into the feet. Really bend those knees. Roll your way back up to stand. Allow the arms to reach out to the side and up. Palms come together. We find that prayer and we draw all the energy of that prayer into the heart space. Relax the shoulders, close down the eyes. Bringing our focus to our foundation. Feel into the feet. Lifting all 10 toes, spreading them wide, setting them down one at a time. Shifting the weight ever so slightly from the heels to the balls of the feet. From the blade edge to the inner arch. Again, just a very slight movement front to back, side to side. And when you feel that equal distribution of weight, pause there. And whether the eyes are open or closed, we'll just move through 5 half sun salutations. Again, every movement is a breath, as fluid as you can take both the breath and the movement. Keep a slight bend into the knees. Inhale, reaching those arms out and overhead. Exhale, bring the prayer through heart center, straight spine as you take a forward fold. Hands can come to blocks, fingertips, or the mat. As you fold again, feel the length in the spine. Inhale, that half lift. So begin to straighten through the legs. Straighten the spine, gaze straight down. If you need to bring the hands to the shins to give you just a little bit more of a lift, take that, or to the thighs. And then release it all for a deeper fold. Head hangs. Then press into the feet, bend the knees, roll your way right back up to stand. Arms reach out, arms reach up. Find the prayer, maybe a gentle back bend, and then flow right back down. That half lift, shoulder blades squeeze. Exhale all the air as you fold. Pressing in, rising up, arms out and up. Back bend, bow down, and lift, and fold, and rise. Sweep in. 2 more on your own. Meeting in prayer, Tadasana. On your next inhale, lift the arms always overhead. Swan dive this time. So let the arms come out to the side, straight spine as you find that fold. You find that lift. Your hands, excuse me, find the mat. Right foot steps back, left foot steps back. High plank, always the option here to drop the knees. Good, so as you arrive in your plank, allow the heels to go back, the chest to lift, gaze is down, press into the palms. Taking a nice full deep breath. Press into the palms so that you can lift the hips back to your downward facing dog. Again, maybe this time as you press the hands away from you towards the top of the mat, the chest comes closer to the thighs. Maybe the heels now come a little closer to the mat. Again, feeling the stretch from the heel, the Achilles, the calf. Keep pressing those hands away. Release the head. Release the knees to the mat. Walk the hands back towards the knees. Sit over onto one hip so that you can extend the legs out in front of you. Hands beside the body, maybe onto tented fingers. So again, you can use that leverage of pressing into the finger pads to lift the chest, stack the spine, release the shoulders back. On the inhale, let's lift those arms one last time. Maybe a little wiggle here. And then we'll bring the fingers right outside of the legs and walk them forward. See if you can maintain that nice straight spine. Draw the belly in, gives you just a little bit more space to come forward. Flare the toes, heart to toes, not head to knee. Big breath here. Maybe the fingers can walk a little further. So the stretch is not only through the back legs, but you might be able to feel it wrap through the glutes and begin a nice gentle stretch through the low back. 3 easy breaths here. Just let the breath soften you into this pose. We'll make our way now onto our backs by sliding the hands along the mat on the outer part of the legs towards the hips so that you can come down, resting on the forearms. One last stretch here as you press into the elbows, the forearms, lift that chest, let the head fall back. And then slowly, beginning with that low back, mid back, the sacrum area, bring it down, slow, the ribs, shoulder blades, the top of the shoulders. Bend the knees into the chest. Give them a squeeze. Take a rock side to side. One last visit to eagle pose. We're going to take a nice, gentle spinal twist with eagle legs. So again, here, I'll demonstrate left knee over the right. Double bind if you can. Arms out to a T. Your choice, palms up or down. We'll pick up those hips, just slide them about an inch or two to the left so you have all of this space. A great place here for blocks or a bolster. If you want to take a more restorative twist, let the knees in your eagle just fall over to the right. Any amount, they can float, they can rest, they can be supported. Kind of scooch these shoulder blades so that you have a lot more space under that right shoulder to keep it down. Breathe into the left ribs here. Nice, easy breath. And if it feels good on your neck, maybe a slight rotation to the left, just coming into that. Bring everything in and twist. Bringing the head back to center first. Gauge your core. Take a deep breath in. Bring the knees back in. Walk the feet in. And pick up the hips to bring them back to center. Unravel and just pause here. Feel the levelness between the hip bones. Picking up the right knee. Cross it over the left. Again, if it's there for you to bind at the ankle, take the bind. Pick up the hips, move them slightly to the right so that you can drop the legs over to the left. Nice place again for that block or bolster for support so that you can really let go. Nothing to hold up here, no wasted energy. Focusing on the right ribs, the gentle twist through the low back, through the ribs. And if you want to complete that with a rotation of the head to the right, as long as it feels good in your neck, soften those shoulders. Nice big inhale here, brings the head back to that neutral position. Gauge your core, bring the knees back up, unravel. Bring the hips back to the center line. Again, knees to chest, knees right and left. Take the arms between the knees, reach again for your ankles or your feet. Happy baby, just pull the knees to the side body. Maybe take that rock if it feels good. Maybe how we came into the practice with that big wide V, just sending those heels out in a diagonal, letting the legs just fall open. Drawing those straight legs, if they're straight, back up together, bringing the feet overhead. One last stretch. Legs don't have to be together. They don't have to be straight. Just where do you notice the stretch? And then slowly we'll release the feet to the floor, back into that bridge position. Coming back to that supported bridge pose that we started with. So pressing into the feet just to lift the hips enough to place that block or the bolster or the roll blanket underneath the sacrum. It should feel comfortable. The knees press back towards the top of your mat. You can feel the quads here. And just let the arms relax next to the body. Gentle tuck of the chin to the throat so there's no pressure in the neck. Drawing a nice full deep breath. As you exhale the breath, close down the eyes. Let the weight of the body settle on the prop underneath the hips. If you feel open enough, you can certainly extend the legs long for one last stretch through that hip flexor. So as we're celebrating that new moon, and generally it's about a 3-day new moon process, this moon asks us to really consider what we want to do not with our practice, not with our life, not a big plan, but to center and then commit to something. And what is it going to take to make that commitment come to fruition, right? What do you need to bring in? And what do you need to let go of to make space for the new coming in? That's our yoga practice, my friends. Namaste. Stay here as long as you can. When you come out, again, you'll be pressing into the feet. You don't have to do it yet. I just want you to know to lift the hips lightly so that you can remove whatever's underneath you. Dropping the spine back down nice and flat and supported. Let the legs go long, the feet flop open. This is where I will shut off the device here for the end of the class. We'll send an announcement. We'll have another one this week. I'm just not quite sure. It just depends on Wednesdays for sure. I know we're doing a physical practice in town, but I will at least send a notice well before another live Zoom class. Thankful for having you all with me, for this community that we've all built together, for the energy that it brings to each and every one of us. May you take that energy and peace off of the mat with you into your day. Love you guys.